Welcome back. The James Bond franchise is entering a new era. In a landmark deal announced Thursday, Amazon MGM Studios is taking over creative control of the famed and very lucrative fictional spy movie franchise. Fans are already speculating over who will play Bond next.
A huge shock in Hollywood as a new business deal can determine the future of James Bond. For the past 60 years, one family has controlled everything related to James Bond, and that is the Broccoli family, the producers behind the James Bond franchise, who have infamously been resistant to give up any creative control as it pertains to the James Bond films. But now, the Broccoli family entering into a shocking deal with Amazon that hands over creative control to Jeff Bezos' company. Now, Jeff Bezos has already gotten into the action, taking to X with this post, quote, "Who do you pick as the next Bond?" Clearly, Bezos is already drumming up some excitement for the future of this iconic franchise, which has had 25 films and has made $7.8 billion over the past 7 decades. Now, the casting question, of course, is top of mind. Some fan favorites that have been floating around, everyone from Idris Elba to Henry Cavill to Aaron Taylor-Johnson, who had been rumored last year to have actually been offered the part. But the fact of the matter is, there's no next James Bond movie that is currently in the works. There's no script, there's no writer, and there's certainly no star. So it remains to be seen when we will see that next James Bond movie, but it also remains to be seen what the future expansion of James Bond will be. Now that Amazon has creative control, is James Bond going to get the Marvel treatment? Are they going to expand the world of this IP so that it's not just theatrical films, but that there are television series and spin-offs? Now, of course, anytime you dig into the IP and expand a franchise, you run the risk of alienating lifelong fans who love James Bond. So it has to be done right, but this is big news in the world of James Bond, and definitely a lot more to come. Back to you.
Who doesn't love a James Bond? I'm Linda Kincaid. That does it for this edition of CNN Newsroom. Stay with us. Much more news ahead.